Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be completely rehauling this tank here right behind me, including installing a 3D background that you guys chose on the last video. So sit back, relax, and let's have some fun. Alright, so a quick refresher on the tank. It's a 40-gallon breeder. We got corydoras, we got wood cats, there's eel, there's cupid, cichlids, and a ropefish in here. Oh, there's the eel poking his head out. You can see right here in the reflection, here is a 20-gallon tank. This is where they will live while we are redoing this tank. But we got to start by emptying some water into this tank down here, so let's get started. Alright, we're off. We got the pump in there, filling up the tank down there. We're just going to start transferring probably a few of these over. Oh, there's Hemi the snake down there. Probably just like the cichlid stones in case there's plecos hiding in there. There are L128s in here. Full-grown adults too. Hopefully we'll get some of them on camera. Guess I could see, I don't see one in there. If you did watch the last video, you know I said I'm not going to be changing the substrate in here because this is not going to be like a real planet tank. I might put some jungle val or maybe some crypts in here, something easy. Otherwise it's going to be pretty basic. It's just going to look a heck of a lot nicer, hopefully anyways. Of course we won't know until we're done. So I was wrong in the fact that I only have one blue phantom in here. I just noticed that they're over here in the 125s. There he goes, one of them anyway. So there's two in the 125 and then one in here. Big sucker. He doesn't look that big on camera, but he's chunky. He's definitely pretty good sized. And then we have all the corydoras, the wood cats that you can't see because my camera doesn't want to focus. Here we go. There's the ropefish, wood cats, eel, corydoras in the background. Really nasty substrate. Here, maybe we'll get a good shot here. There we go. Corydoras peru bondii. I think that's how it's pronounced, but there's one there. And we're gonna scoop these up and get them down here. You can see I got a few rocks in here. I moved the sponge filter over there. So we're pretty much all set. All right, we got all the fish in their temporary home, and I'm trying to do this without having to completely take out the substrate, without having to drain the tank. So I'm just gonna push all the substrate forward. And hopefully this thing will just slide right into place. I know it's probably best to do this on a new setup and silicone it in, but I don't have that option because I'm not going to break down the tank. I'm not going to keep those fish in a 20-gallon tank all cooped up for days while this dries out and silicone, etc., etc. Alright, so I got the background here. If you watched the last video, you know we voted on which one I was going to use because I have three of them. And number one squeaked out as the winner, so we're just going to hopefully slide this right in. Actually, which way do I want it? This way or this way? I'm gonna go this way. Why not? Does it matter? Probably not. Alright, but slide her on in here. Hopefully I don't have to trim it. So I'm gonna put the substrate back into place. There's probably so many people screaming at me right now on how I'm doing this and not siliconing it and blah blah blah, but you know what? I don't care. You know, I could just hit it with a little silicone right there to keep it in place. Maybe I'll do that. Alright, so I did decide to silicone it. I couldn't find any of my small hand clamps, so I had to bust out the big guy here. I'm going to silicone it over here. Probably not the other side. I want to keep one side open in case that stupid ropefish decides to crawl back here. I can just peel one side open and scoop it out. So I'm going to give that overnight to dry, and then we will resume this project in the morning. So it's the next day. I did come out here at about 12:30 this morning and fill it up with water, put this hang on back filter to start cleaning out the substrate and just cleaning it in general. But I gotta say, it's looking pretty good. It's barely holding on there, but hopefully that'll be good enough. I'm gonna also take this piece of wood and kind of prop it up in the corner. Now this piece of wood is not waterlogged, so that's why there's a big rock sitting on it. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna do this yet, but that's what we're gonna figure out today and get this finished up. Alright, checking back in. So I was doing a time lapse of this, but I moved the filter over there and didn't even think about it and blocked the camera. So screw the time lapse. I'm going to show you where we're at. I went with a smaller sponge filter in the back, the standard like 4.75 inch sponge filter, and then added some rocks down here to hold this piece of wood down. Some cichlid stones in here for the plecos and various fish to hide. The eel likes to hide, the ropefish likes to hide. So I'm going to add a few more rocks, maybe a couple more cichlid stones. See if I can find some anubias to stick in these little crevices here on this wood. And then maybe some crypt paralysis in the back corner, just something that's going to be slow so I don't have to do a ton of maintenance like jungle val that grows crazy fast. Oh, looks like we had one of the corydoras sneak in and one of the cichlid stones, so checking out his new digs already. But I'm gonna get back to it and check back in just a minute. Alright, so obviously the water is nice and foggy, but here's where we are now. I took the hydro out of the 125 because it wasn't doing well in there anyways, and hopefully it'll have better luck in this tank, I don't know. I put some micro sword down here, which is right underneath the piece of wood, so that's gonna die. We got a crypt over here, just a crypt Wendetii, some bulbitis fern here, and then also on the back side there, I put the top on so we can't see. And then there's also some, well, here, let's just slide it down here. Maybe some swasserting right there and right there. And hopefully that'll grow out well. We'll have to wait and see. But now I'm gonna add the fish back in. We'll have to wait for the water to clear up, and then we'll see how everyone is doing. Alright, so that's gonna pretty much do it for this tank. We're gonna slowly let things grow in over time. Got some corydoras hanging out over here. Nice school of them. Again, this is the corydoras peru bondii, or bondii, not sure which. Of course, we have the L128 blue phantom, the massive blue phantom pleco back there just hanging out. The rope fish, you can barely see the eel's head sticking out of that cave there. That's why I put it there. This guy's not very bashful at all though. Super cool rope fish. Everybody needs one of these. So I am going to leave the water level low for a couple days just to make sure that silicone fully cures back there before I put it underwater. Boy, this guy is just out and about everywhere. Come on, focus. There he is. I need to get more. They are pretty social fish. I just haven't seen them anywhere for a while. Now I came here to show you this tank as the next tank that I'm going to redo. And look what I found over here. A catfish that I haven't seen in over a year. This is insane. I had no idea this guy was still alive. Look at him. Super awesome. I'm really happy to see that guy out and about. I had no idea he was still alive. We can see a longfin, green dragon longfin bushy nose, zebra pleco back here. It's focusing on my finger. The rubber lip pleco there. But yeah, this is just awesome. Alright guys, there you go. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know I cut through a lot of the steps here. I didn't show the process. A lot of people like to see the process, but I got a lot of tanks to get done in a very short amount of time. So we're gonna be busting these things out as quick as possible. I hope you understand. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see everyone next time.